CW head copy seems to be one of those elusive parlor tricks that only a few can manage. But I'm here to tell you this is not true. You can learn to head copy, and it makes your CW operating easier and more enjoyable. Now I'm going to give you 10 tips to help you improve your head copy abilities up next. Welcome to the House of Ham. I'm Bob, WV7W. Have you struggled with head copying CW? Trust me when I tell you that you are not in the minority of CW ops. But it doesn't have to be this way. Here are 10 things that can help you realize the goal of CW head copy. Tip number 1, put down the pencil. Now before you shout a big duh and click off of this video, hear me out for a moment. If you are anything like me, you may try to head copy, but you hold on to that pen or pencil like it's Linus in his blanket. Now what I have found is that I would try to head copy until it became uncomfortable and went right back to writing things down. Now don't confuse this with not writing anything down. What would you write down in the sideband contact? Call sign? Name? Nothing wrong with taking notes. I don't know about you, but I am unlikely to remember a call sign of someone I don't know after a minute or two. The point to this is that once you get past those things, put it down and just listen. You will be amazed at how well you're able to do it once you let go and just do it. Tip number 2, record your QSOs. Now there are many ways you can do this. Some radios like my FTDX10 even have it built right in. Now you can use a little audio recorder like this Sony that I take out for POTA and SOTA activations. And I cannot tell you how many times this thing has saved my bacon when I went back to try and decipher my chicken scratch of a log. Another way is to use one of the web SDRs. Now I do this with the morning net I get on. So now that I've told you the how, here is the why. It gives you that safety net. It is really comforting to not worry if you miss something, as you can go back and listen to it later. Now I can tell you firsthand that I no longer get tense if I miss something since I started doing this. One other side benefit to recording is you can listen to your own sending so you can see if there's anything you need to improve. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. Tip number 3, get a code buddy. Now I've mentioned this many times before, but having someone you're comfortable with is huge. Having somebody within your reliable comms footprint that you know and knows you makes having a conversational style QSO stress-free and enjoyable. You're much less likely to worry about if you miss something or if you make a mistake sending. One thing I like to do is start off with a phone call to ensure you both have an open frequency that you can hear each other easily. I then do the QSO and often follow up with another phone call to talk about how it went. This certainly is not required, and only do it if you want to, but I find that it helps reinforce what was discussed on the air, and you can also get some things you may have missed. Now, this may not be as important if you're using tip number 2 in recording. Tip number 4, let it go. Now, not to confuse this with the song from Frozen, but you need to build the skill to just let those mischaracters or words go. As soon as you try and focus on what is past, you're falling down the hill. Getting back to where you were is a recipe for disaster. If you just let go and focus on the current thing, it goes a long way. Often you will find that upcoming words will fill in the context, and the word that you missed doesn't really even matter. Not always, but often. Now, once you get into catch-up mode, though, you will have a very hard time. And this is where many CW ops get frustrated and just throw up their hands and say, well, I guess I can't do it. Don't be that guy. You can do it. Tip number 5, don't try too hard. This goes hand in hand with the last tip. My friend Glenn put this really well. Have you ever had a dog get out and tried chasing them to get them back in the house? Well, they usually just run further and further away, and it is harder and harder to get them back. And if you just relax and let them come back to you, it'll be much easier. Not that this will work with all dogs, and this certainly isn't a video on dog training, but the point is it's the same with head copy. The harder you try, the harder it is. Just relax and let it flow. This takes some practice, but is key to good copy. Tip number 6, instant character recognition. This is a big one. Many hams think they already have instant character recognition without actually achieving it. I was one of those. This one thing can seriously hamper reliable head copy. Not being able to instantly recognize a character can often cause you to miss not only that character, but cause you to struggle to get it while missing the incoming characters. Now, don't mistake this for an excuse not to work towards head copy. Instead, keep working on ICR while you're practicing your head copy. They actually go hand in hand. Working on one will help you with the other and vice versa. Now, Glenn, W4YES, the founder of CW Innovations, along with Terry, KO4WFP, have done a series of videos on ICR, and I will link those in the description. I highly recommend them as they work towards you achieving instant character recognition and head copy. Tip number 7, slower is harder. I find that I'm working with someone that is really slow, and which for me is like 10 to 12 words a minute. I have to write it down. I simply cannot keep it in my head that long to form the words. Now, you may find this is true as well. I don't skip over the slower ops as I want to give back to those that are just learning. Remember, you were probably there at some time too. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and head copy the slower ops, but just understand that it may be more challenging, particularly as you get used to those that are faster. Tip number 8, give yourself a break. Head copy is a journey, just like learning to copy CW. It is okay to give yourself a break from time to time. As you progress with this, you will find that improving your head copy will also improve copy with a pencil. The caution to this tip is to not fall back into that paper copy only and getting right back on the horse to head copy. Take short breaks from it, but keep doing the head copy. Tip number 9, get on a net. Getting on a daily CW net has been huge for me. For one, it is extremely low risk. If I don't catch everything, the only one that will know this is me. Second, it is that consistent daily practice. I also record the net with the SDR so I can go back and review just like I mentioned in tip number 2. Last but certainly not least is tip number 10. Don't give up. Getting to solid head copy doesn't come cheap. And what I mean is that you have to put in the effort to get there. There is no magic pill that will automatically get it into your brain. But if you stick with it and you don't allow yourself to get overly frustrated, you will get there. Yes, there is a certain amount of frustration that will happen, but don't let it get you down. Step back, take a break, even give yourself a break. Remember tip number 8? This is a journey, not a destination. Improvement is the goal. You should strive to constantly improve. There really is no such thing as perfection in CW. Ask any good operator and they will tell you they still make mistakes and miss things. You will get to a point where you can do it reliably enough that you can truly enjoy it, and that is where you want to be. I hope this was helpful for you. Please leave me a comment on how this helped you, or if there's other things you'd like to see to get you on that path to CW success. Until next time, this is WV7W73.